Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Mordor campaign. In the Third Age, of course. As you can see here, we've got Dale at our doorstep in Thornburg, and they are now asking us for a ceasefire. And I would not be against offering a ceasefire to Dale. We're not really focusing on attacking them or anything, and I'd rather not have them attacking us in the rear. So what we'll do, we'll do a counter-proposal, and we'll make a demand of regular tribute to the tune of, I don't know, 1,000 gold coins for 5 turns, which I think is balanced. Let us also... no, you know what? Let's make that offer. They've accepted. There we go. We have gained 5,000 florins. Well, it says florins, but I know it's like gold coins. Whatever the currency of Mordor is. Teeth, human heads, I don't know. We've got 5,000 gold coins from them over the next few turns. Luckily, that will allow us to build some buildings, as I want to focus on building some larger structures in our towns for the next few turns before I really start pumping out units. And then, of course, Rune and the Orcs of the Misty Mountains will continue to kick the shit out of these guys for us. Kind of a proxy war. Not much else is really going on. I think we've got our spy right outside Dol Guldur, and he's about to take a look. Oh shit, we've got an elven diplomat arriving in Thornburg, probably also asking for a ceasefire. No, he's probably trying to bribe us or something like that. No, look at that. They're also asking for a ceasefire. My goodness. Okay, let's do the exact same thing, I suppose. We'll make an even more demanding offer for the Sylvans, though, because I would technically like to stay at war with them so I can retake Dol Guldur and go from there. Let's see. We'll make a demand, regular tribute of 1,000 gold coins, 1,500 gold coins, perhaps, for 10 turns. They think that's balanced. Apparently, let's make that offer. Rejected. Okay, they'll give us 7,000 gold coins for a ceasefire. And you know what? We may as well. That way we can focus on Rohan, maybe with Dwar of Wa's army, perhaps. We can leave a small garrison in Thornburg. We'll keep an eye out for large Sylvan armies, and we'll maybe get Dwar of Wa to focus on Rohan. Maybe we can take some border territories from them. But there we go. We've got 7,000 gold coins from the Sylvans now. Look at that. We've got 2,000 more gold coins than we did the turn before. My goodness. So our turn income, I think, is like 8,000 gold coins now. That's ridiculous for this campaign. We were broke as fuck for so long, and now we're turning it around. Okay, we've got another adoption, Lunlag, and I'm going to decline, actually. We don't need that guy right now. Oh, yeah, we can assassinate Haman, and that will give us some military units, apparently. Haman! Okay, he's 23 years old. He's in Tarnost. And luckily for us, we have just hired an assassin outside of Arnak. But we do have two Gondorian assassins right outside our gates, unfortunately. Probably trying to kill Gordush, and I'm not really upset about that. Let's see, can we counter-kill these assassins? 45%. Yeah, let's try it. We may as well. Zaglon is going to try the old snake in the bed routine. Here we go. He looks rather human, but we'll just pretend that he's orcish. No, he actually, his counter assassination actually was counter assassinated. That's basically what happened to him then. Oh well, no problem. We've got Mauler right outside of Arnak because our spy died somewhere in the south here. I can't quite remember where he died. I think it must have been Ethring or something. Luglun is, on the other hand, he's going to take a look at Tarnost, if at all possible, which is under siege, it appears, by good old Lord Cusay, our good friend Lord Cusay, and there's quite a lot of armies of Harad around. So I suppose we'll try to spy on this captain instead, maybe gain some skill. Oh shit, dismounted Swan Knights in this army. Who'da thunk? Okay, we now have a truce with Dale and the Elves. And holy shit, our projected treasury total as of right now is 13,000 gold coins. Absolutely nuts. We've recruited some halberds in Barad-dûr, and obviously some agents in Arnak, but that didn't go well. We don't really need to recruit a whole lot right now. We're sending some garrison units to the Black Gate, of course. Yeah, like I was saying, I want to invest some gold into our economy right away. Well, not so much our economy, but our infrastructure and what have you. We are building a stone wall upgrade in Nurnen. I know Pelargir is ready to upgrade as well, which is building next. In Minas Tirith, we've got a huge $7,000 drill square, 7,000 gold coin drill square being built, which will allow us to recruit Uruks in Minas Tirith. I think right now our culture is at 49%. We're gaining about 2% culture per turn. So one more turn and we'll be able to recruit Morning Guard, I believe, because, yeah, Orc Maulers and Morning Guard are next on the list in Minas Tirith. And of course, Pelargir is the exact same. We're going to have to... Oh, I see, that's the repair. We're not going to repair that thing. We're going to instead upgrade the wall in a turn or two. Arnak, there's not much to build. We are currently building a Temple of Melkor, actually, to further our culture conversion, so we can recruit units here. I think we're only at 8% here, so it's only beginning. Dawndeath is going to move into Pelargir. He's going to take ownership of this army yet again. We're going to wait until we retrain a few units, I think, and then we'll just march on Ethring. I think Tarnalst is going to be captured by the Haradrim, unfortunately. We could actually just rush straight to Dol Amroth and capture that place, because I'm sure Dol Amroth will be quite worthwhile as far as income goes. On the other hand, though, we do have Hormarath. I forgot his name for a minute there. Hormarath is currently residing in Minas Tirith. We've got an army of Rohan outside the walls. I wouldn't say an army so much as like a skirmishing force, I would say. And then we actually have a massive army outside of Drueden village, north of Minas Tirith, and we can get Hormarath to ride out and totally destroy them, and then march straight on Edoras. Actually, we may as well take Aldburg, if at all possible. But like I was saying, we can probably get good old Dwarf and his, well, moderate. It's not a huge army, but it's a moderate army. He can start marching towards Rohan. Perhaps he can capture, like, Woldburg, all these border territories, whilst our war with the Sylvans cools. Oh, shit. I've noticed immediately that there's a massive army of the Sylvans on the horizon, and if we were to capture Dol Guldur, that would be wonderful. So maybe I'll leave Dwarf floating between Mount Glad and Thornburg. He can be on the defensive duty until those 7 turns are up, and then we can go straight back on the offensive. That will give us enough time to recruit some more powerful units to match these elves as well. I'm not seeing anything really in Mirkwood. Austin Gill is also very lightly defended, and you know what? If I can recruit another spy somewhere, that would be fantastic. Not Malgalad, most likely. Karendros? No. It's going to be a town such as Durthang. No. As Mount Doomington, perhaps. No. We can hire a diplomat. The Osgiliaths. Yes, we can hire another spy in East Osgiliath, and we'll send him up to the north to keep an eye on the elves. I would like to know beforehand if they are going to attack us. That would be fantastic. So, Anju is in Minas Morgul. He's going to escort these few units actually to Minas Tirith, and these guys can join up with the army of Hormarath. I think these halberds would be nice to have in said army. We've got 2 more units on their way, actually. And though I said we're not going to do a lot of recruitment as of yet, I think we can do with a few more units of Uruks or Orc Maulers. Some Morning Guard would be good, actually. There we go. You know what? Even some ballistas or siege equipment would be wonderful. They're not really too expensive either. A ballista would be okay. There we go. So I guess we'll take the army of Hormarath here. He can auto-resolve the assault against this captain here. There we go. We'll auto-resolve. Clear victory. We killed pretty much that entire army. We're going to execute the prisoners. And holy shit, they just fled to Gondorian lands. For a single turn, we can probably just chill in Minas Tirith until Captain Aldwulf gets within range. Okay, we've got a lot of Uruks in this army. We just added a few more units. I can't quite recall who joined this army, but we'll grab all of the Uruks. Maybe some Uruk halberds if we have any. No. We have some Morning Guard, though. Our ballista. I'm just reordering the army right here. We've got a ton of Orc bands, a few Orc raiders, some scouts, which will do that. Some maulers, and then that's it. That's basically our army right there. Oh shit, it just immediately fucked up the order of the army. Whatever. We'll march north to take out Captain Aldwulf next turn. I just hope he doesn't attack the village. If he does, there's no hope for Muslin. He's going to be fucked up. Gorthak, though, is going to head north, I think, towards these bordering towns that we could potentially capture if the income is good enough. I suppose we can look at that. Dwarvois is going to move towards Malgalad. He's not actually going to move into Malgalad. He's just going to move into reinforcing range. That way, Captain Fulor has, he has to take a double take. He has to think about what he's doing before engaging. And we might actually move these two units to the armies of the north. Well, the ballistas, I'm sure, can go somewhere else. Dwarvois looks to be like a sieging army, I would say. These troll catapults. You know what? We could probably leave the troll catapults in Thornburg and use the ballistas in field battles. That might be better. But anyway, that's pretty much all we're doing this turn. We've got 6,000 gold coins to blow, but I think we'll hold on to them so that we can build some huge buildings somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where we'll build them right now. Pelargir is, of course, going to be... Oh, well, next turn, this large stone wall will be underway. There's not much to build in Barad-dûr. We can save up for this troll training ground so we can recruit Allagai. That wouldn't be too hard to save up for. A few more turns until Nurnen is complete. 5 turns. And then we can build some stuff there. But you know what? Let us just end the turn, I suppose. Well, it looks like Haemon has died in the Siege of Tarnost, unfortunately. It has been taken by the Haradrim, unfortunately, for us. Well, not really unfortunately, but at the same time, a little bit. Because that means that they're going to be marching towards Dol Amroth next, and I would really rather we capture that. So I suppose we can try to mobilize Dawn Death's army. I don't really know how viable that is right now. If we were to crank taxes really low, that would only... Well, that might not be too bad, actually. That might not be too bad, actually. Let's get Dawn Death and his army out of the city. And there we go. The public order of Pelargir, unfortunately, is only 70%, which is not stellar, I gotta say. If only we had some... Oh my goodness, look at all of the assassins outside of Arnak. Jesus Christ. If only I had an orc to take care of Pelargir. Where is... Oh, I sent him to Henethanoon, did I not? Yeah, unfortunately. You know what, I may actually have to accept some of these adoptions sooner or later, because we're running out of orcs to send, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. We're going to move our orcish units again. I just fucked that up a little bit. Let's take a Jew and the rest of his little army, and we're going to head to East Osgiliath. There we go. Okay, well, Captain Aldwulf has marched north, weirdly enough. Maybe he is also heading for Malgalad, which is very odd. We'll send our scouts through the lands of Rohan. Maybe we can get an idea of what they are doing. What I could do, actually, is give this army to Dwarvois and leave some of these units in Pelargir. I don't think Minas Tirith needs such a huge garrison. The only thing is, Minas Tirith would then be undefended against these armies of Rohan, unfortunately. Look at this. Captain Fulor is danger close to Malgalad. Apparently he's not getting the message. He has a lot of infantry, which is not bad. I'm sure our trolls, our catapults, and also Dwarvois can fuck them up. No problem, if need be. Okay, we've built a Temple of Melkor in Arnak, which is now at 11% culture. Once again, not really that wonderful. Although we can build a Dark Temple of Melkor immediately, which will then again increase our culture conversion. Although I'm not really too concerned about our conversion in Arnak, because we are converting quite wholeheartedly in Minas Tirith. And Minas Tirith is a little more important than Arnak. We're not going to be recruiting a lot in Arnak when we can recruit earlier in Minas Tirith, if you know what I'm saying. It's a bit redundant to also convert Arnak double quick. So instead, I think we'll leave Arnak the way it is for now. Pelargir also has a Shrine of Melkor. I would like Pelargir to be like a backup recruitment center, so I will actually place another temple here. And also, it is very low in public order, so it might be good if we are to try to combat that by converting the culture. Okay, Barad-dûr, we have, of course, recruited some units. We have an assassin in Arnak, and his name is Muzzlug. This is basically the exact same guy as last turn, apparently. There we go. We can try to kill Hanan for 60%, and look at that. We have missed our target, unfortunately, but Muzzlug actually lives. He didn't die in the attempted assassination. And you know what? We can actually recruit yet another assassin. Unfortunately for us, I think an assassin's... there we go. An assassin's upkeep... Well, it's only 200. We can recruit another assassin. May as well. We are gaining a huge amount of profits each turn. I think we can probably leave a few units of garrison in Pelargir. 2 Orc Band ought to do it for now. That will keep public order in check. We'll have to pull Hormarath's army apart a little bit. Unfortunately, we have some weak units in Dondeth's army that might need replacing, but we also have quite a few strong units, so it's not too bad. I'd rather we had some more, cannon fodder orcs, a little more units of orcs than we do right now, but there's not much to be done about it. Dondeth, of course, will take care of that army. We'll wait for our catapults to arrive, and then we'll march, I would say, towards Dol Amroth. Perhaps we might be able to besiege the place before the Haradrim arrive. Lord Cusay, for example, will try to take the place. Or, we could always hang back on this bridge and wait for the Gondorians to smash themselves against the Haradrim. Alternatively, we could go take Ethring, Calambel, and Eric while we're at it. That may cumulatively add up to Dol Amroth. I'm not really sure, though. I would rather have a port city than no city. For example, Pelargir is making a huge amount of income. And a lot of it is due to its port, I would say. All the trade we are doing with Tirith Raid, East Osgiliath, etc. Anyway, we may as well take Hormarath up north. We'll leave, I think, a few units of Orc Band in Minas Tirith. We'll also strengthen and fatten up some of these units and give them to, I believe, Dondeth. He would love that if I were to give him 3 units of Orc Band. There we go. Now we can leave this weak unit of Orc Band here. Hormarath is going to march north into Rohan. He's going to march into East Emnet and these swamps here, because I imagine Captain Fulor and Captain Aldwulf are going to try to retreat back into their own lands, but we'll head them off at the pass here and take them out. Take them out, not on a date or to the ball game or anything like that. We're actually going to take them out, if you get my drift. We could always wait for Aju's armies as well, but he is going to hold down the fort in Minas Tirith whilst Hormarath is crusading through the lands of Rohan. We, of course, need quite a few units of Orc Band whilst we, like I said, are in the lands of Rohan. Unfortunately, that cuts our income by like 700 gold coins when Hormarath is gone, but there's not much to be done about it. There we go. We've got not a bad army there. It's a little lacking. We could use a unit of trolls, of course, but that will have to wait, I suppose. We have 6,000 gold coins now. Next turn, we will have 11,000. Nernan is 4 turns away from upgrading, unfortunately. And we have 2 units in Barad-dûr to send up to Dwar of Wa. So we'll send them here. There we are. I think we should retrain some of these orcs. We'll recruit some shitty orcs like scouts and orc raiders, but not in Barad-dûr. We can recruit some of these units. For example, scouts. We'll recruit 2 in Minas Morgul. Maybe some raiders in Cirith Ungol. We'll recruit... what can we spare right now? We've got like 5,000 gold coins in income. So we'll recruit nothing for now. How's that? We'll stick with 5,000 gold coins for a little bit until I think the main thing is that we're upgrading both Pelargir and Nurnen. And secondly, we want to build that barracks in Minas Tirith, which is building. And then I think we'll save up for this troll training ground, which we will build next turn. If I don't spend anything until next turn, we can build that. And then I think we can let loose and recruit a whole other stack of fucking orcs. We're going to, I think, attack Captain Fulor, I think, in Malgalad pretty soon here. But before we do that, let's grab our spy. Oh my god, look at this guy. His name is just simply Lug. I love that. We'll grab Lug here and we'll, we'll fucking send him to the north. Can we recruit even yet another spy? No, agent limit has been reached, so we'll put 2 spies up in Rohan. We've got 2 in Gondor, which I think is a little bit overkill, considering that the lands of Gondor are dwindling by the hour. Luglun and Mauler are taking a look at all their territories. Ethering doesn't have a bad income right now. It's got 1,200. Oh shit, who are these guys? Blackroot Vale Archers. Requires Elric or Calimbel. I see, they're from Calimbel. Okay. Calimbel has no garrison, and this looks to be the entire strength of the Gondorians at the moment, and whatever units they have in Dol Amroth. That's pretty sad. How far you have fallen, Gondor. How far you have fallen. Okay, we've also got Gorshag in Mirkwood, and he is going to take a look at, what is this place? Emin nu Fuin. He's going to head up there and see what the elves have for garrison up there. There was an elvish army up here somewhere. I assume that they marched towards Dol Guldur, and actually Lug will run into them eventually, I hope. Look at that, 2,000 gold coins from diplomacy. That is just absolutely fucking wonderful. We've got a diplomat outside of this runish city. And let's see, can we get some maps from them, perhaps? Just rejected. They will give us 400 gold to receive maps, and also to attack Dale. But we'll have to decline because they don't really understand that we are getting 1,000 gold coins per turn from Dale, so this doesn't really make sense to do. But you know what? Let's end the turn yet again here. You know what? We may as well actually accept this adoption. Ufzag looks ugly as fuck, but we'll accept that adoption. Ufzag is actually in Malgalad, which is wonderful. Not really, I suppose, because we don't really need any lords in Malgalad. We need them in Gondor. So I'm going to take Ufzag. I'm going to send him to Ineth Anun, and then from there he can continue his march southward. Okay, well there's Captain Rainian again. I'm not really sure where he is marching, but we'll take a look at this town here, and then we'll follow him around like a pup. I'm trying to get a grasp of what kind of armies the Sylvans are fielding at all times. It looks like they're really only just fielding one stack. There's no garrisons in their lands. We haven't found any stacks of armies except for that one captain. So it would be interesting to see, you know, maybe they only field one stack at a time. That way we know that if we destroy Captain Rainian, that we have free reign over the Sylvan lands. The Rohirrim, it appears, Captain Aldwulf has disappeared into our lands in the south here, unfortunately. So we'll have to march carefully with Hormarath here. I know that... There he is. There's Captain Aldwulf. We just spotted him, and he is on the other side of Captain Swefred here. So we'll... Oh shit, well... Now Captain Aldwulf and Captain Swefred, they've joined forces, unfortunately, and that's not great for us. So I assume we'll be attacked next turn, but let's see if we can get a nice ambushing position here in the forests. That way, if they attack us, we at least have hills, maybe trees on our side. Captain Fulor is still just kind of staring at Dor of War quite awkwardly, and I'm going to hold off on that attack until maybe these units arrive. It looks to be like a million years until they get there, but maybe these Uruks can just go it alone and join that army before these ballistas. What else is going on? We have 9,600 gold coins, and we can use that to build a troll training ground, which will allow us to recruit Olaghai. So there we go. We have finally built. I think it is our most expensive building of all time. And now, a turn from now, we'll have 4,500 gold coins, which is wonderful. Holy shit, we are now the most advanced faction as well. In Cirith Ungol, we have some Orc Raiders, and we'll place them in Munis Morgul, so all those units can join forces and head towards Minas Tirith, I would say. A Jew is, of course, heading towards Minas Tirith. He's on his way. So it looks like Laglug is going to escort all these assholes to the Osgiliaths. Zagmaz is going to wait in Osgiliath. I don't think there's really any units that we need to send back for retraining, so that's just fine. Dondeth is going to try to hold the bridges here, I would say, and then from there we can march into Gondorian lands. I would like to set up Hormarath outside one of, well, the other side of one of these bridges, most likely this one here, so we can respond and turn around and head north if need be, because a Jew can hold down Minas Tirith and we can recruit units there and reinforce our assault in Gondor and the like. From there, I don't see any armies of Harad marching towards Dolomroth. Perhaps they're marching towards Ethrin. It's hard to say. But I am seeing quite a lot of Gondorian activity in their own lands, so that's fine. But once Dondeth arrives, of course, it's all over. It's going to be completely over. In Minas Tirith, we can now finally recruit Orc Maulers and Morning Guard because our culture is at 53%. This drill square requires 66% to recruit Uruks. So I think in 4 turns we'll be at like 61%, so in 4 or 5 turns we'll be ready to recruit some Uruks, and that will be great. We can reinforce all of our armies in the west here. This will be our forward base, of course, supported by Pelargir. Speaking of which, Pelargir is wonderful. I love Pelargir. What is this? Cattle farming, of course. We farm cattle here. And that's about it. That's the only interesting building in Pelargir, other than a shipwright, I would say, which doesn't do anything. I was really hoping we would have the ability to recruit ships in Pelargir, but of course, that is not happening. Speaking of, I think we can actually recruit mercenaries somewhere or another. Maybe not in the Wilderland here, but if we take good old Laguf and we head into the lands of Deep Mirkwood, perhaps we can recruit some mercenary spiders there, and that's what I'm going to try to do. In another turn, we'll see if there are any spiders available to recruit in Deep Mirkwood. Let's quickly take a look at our agents list. I think I've got some spies. Exactly where I thought they were. Oh shit, do we have 3 spies in Gondor, actually? Or do we have a spy in Arnak? Is that what it is? Yeah, we recruited a new spy in Arnak? No, they're mercenaries. I'm sorry, I was not reading. Okay, so are not mercenaries, assassins. My god. Okay, so we've got 2 assassins in Arnak. We've got a spy in Eve's Emnet, our spy in Rohan, one of our elven spies, 2 spies in Gondor, 2 spies for the Elvish Lords, of course. There we go. So we've got 5 spies in total. Easily enough. Oh shit, Mawbeg automatically has 2 points of skill. And I originally recruited assassins, that is, to kill fucking Arthdor or whatever diplomats are trying to mess up our supply lines. So we'll send good old Mawbeg north so we can assassinate people there. And we'll grab Muzzlug, and he can try to assassinate people in Gondor and Rohan if need be. Okay, so Dondeth is 1 turn away from that bridge, and our catapult will arrive within a turn or 2 anyway. Is this our assassin? Yes. Once again, he looks very English, I gotta say, that assassin there. Anyway, I think this is the end of the episode, guys. Like I said, we've got Hormarath of Deer anticipating an attack from Rohan. We've got Dwar of Wa anticipating an attack from Captain Fulor. But we are waiting for reinforcements for 4 turns, perhaps. No, it's not really necessary. We can probably grab Zagduff and just totally give Fulor a walloping. Dondeth is making his way towards, I'm undecided yet, Ethring or Dolomroth. I think we'll just chill outside Tarnulst and just see what Harad is doing and go from there. Pelargir is currently being garrisoned by 2 units. We are not recruiting anything in Barad-dûr, but we are building a massive troll fencing ground, a training ground. I completely forget what it's called. I lost my train of thought. Yes, a troll training ground, which will allow us to recruit the fearsome Olagai, who I think have, let's see, what's their upkeep like? 650, so it's not bad compared to regular trolls, considering the skill difference. 30 attack and 30 defense for regular trolls, 34 attack and 36 defense for Olagai. Not bad at all. Not really as worth it as I thought it was. They do have quite a bit more charge bonus as well. They have 12 as opposed to 10. But anyway, let's end the episode here. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. This campaign is going strong now. I love it. This campaign is extremely fun to play now that we actually have finances. That stalemate was a bit grating, I gotta say. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. I will catch you next episode.